even more Banner Saga. This is Min streaming for Derpypaws Gaming YouTube channel. I've just been kind of anxious to see the continuation for this game, so I've decided to stream today as well, and we'll see how far we get. Since stuff is starting to happen in this game. Let's see. We have 12 days worth of rations. I sort of would have liked to rest and get my morale back, but on the other hand, I don't really know how long those rations will have to last me, so I don't really dare to risk it. Okay, fuck. Some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them. Mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say that it tasted funny. Others start gathering by the basketful. I'm gonna take a bite and be the sacrificial person. Several watch as you taste the fruit. You pause after swallowing and feign choking. Ellette rushes to your side in a panic, but your laughter soothes everyone's concern. Soon everyone is a little tipsy from the fermented fruit and spirits are high. Okay, let's get to camp, seeing as we apparently have poor morale even. Guess there's nothing for it but to try and recover a little bit. Okay, there we go. I think I bought all the supplies that they had in the last town over. I still feel like it's not enough. Another godstone, I assume. And some runes on those as well. The godstone for Ingrid, goddess of knowledge, looks on as the caravan takes a much needed rest. Ivory shoos some children away from a solitary dredge slinger lying dead beneath the stone. Ah, looks like a kitty is coming. Hey! Come on! Come on, Pera. Nah. You just wanna walk around. Kom då. Phoenix. Kom upp. Kom då. Oh, kom hit. Oh, hey. Ah, you've been outside. You're all wet and stuff. Your paws are so wet. Should we be worried about that? You ask Ivor, pointing to the dredge body. I don't think so, he replies. Still, couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around. Hours pass without warning. Calm down. Tail. Thank you. Okay, you go up on the table if you want. Inspect the godstone. Ingrid's godstone is carved with ancient runes, which don't make much sense to you, though Avon tells you some of the menders have deciphered them. It's how the menders learn the language of the gods. Past the largest stone, a long series of slabs contain more writing all the way down the hill. The odd thing he tells you is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Okay, usually it describes the history of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Avon doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. That's kind of interesting. As you're readying to depart, you hear screams from near the main godstone. The same boy is so curious about the dead Dridge before shrieking and pointing. For a moment, you think he must not have been dead, but then you see that they've opened a wrapping that was in the Dredge's hands. Wait, says Ivor, his arm across your chest. This shouldn't be seen. Get everyone away. A chill sweeps over you. Alette pushes past and gasps. Stop! Shouts Ivor. But the curious onlookers have already seen it. What's going on now then? Leave it. On the ground before the dead slinger is a small stony figure. Its hands searching for something it can't find. That's a baby? That Dredge is a woman? We've been killing women. We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time. Leaving them to die? In a war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting these Dredge the whole way. Why are women with children on their backs attacking us? They're not invading, they're running. Everyone stops dead in their tracks. The entire caravan is gathered around, aghast. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. She didn't know what. A darkness, something black is covering the world, and the Dredge are running from it just as we're running from them. The serpent, the quake, it's all the beginning of the end. Ivor, you knew. Why? Why didn't you say something? Ivor? When I was young, I killed one of the Sundar during the Second Great War. We called it Raise. Every time we would build our defenses, it would flatten them and push us back again. I became separated from the rest of the Varl and stumbled upon Raise deep in a snowstorm, alone. She was nursing. I threw my axe, it twisted in the wind, her son died in her arms. She was so pathetic, kneeling in the snow. She didn't even try to stop me when I took her head. That's how I killed a Sundar. When I found my way to Grofheim, the Varl wanted to make me Kender, next to be king. I left. Walked until I ended up in Skoger, where no one knew what I had done. The only sound is the wind blowing through the trees. Well, that's a sad story. Sad indeed. For a long time nobody says a thing until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian creature squirming before you. I mean, I would bring it with personally, but it seems like it could be an issue, but you know, it's what I'm gonna do. You argue strongly for showing mercy and humanity. Some of the women in the caravan hesitantly agree to take in the Dredge infant, while others are furious about bringing it along. I mean, I don't know what's up with the Dredge. I'm not sure why they insist on fighting instead of getting along or anything. But, I mean, obviously they are more similar to Varl and human than... I mean, they're not just monsters, it seems. Definitely. Not long afterward, one of the women comes to you. Its swaddling was being held by this, she says, giving you a hairpin that looks distinctly undredge-like. An inscription on the silver almost slips your notice. Persevere. From the goddess herself, if you ask me, the woman tells you. Vadrun's silver brooch. Well, my morale's still okay. My supplies, less than optimal. I wonder, how far do these supplies have to last me? You're making the usual rounds when you hear a rather loud debate coming from the area the Varl have gathered. Ivor joins you as you approach. Lots of stuff going on. Ubin, you'd rather be known for falling asleep and dying in the corner of a mead house than battling a Sundar? No, I'd rather be known for not dying. Don't even know what you're worried about. I did this 100 times in the Great Wars. Take some warriors, plow headfirst into the dredge, they follow you into the hills, get lost, now they're not following you. When you did this 100 times, did they have Bellower leading them? Have you never heard about the time I hit Bellower in the head with a throwing axe? Both Varl halt their debate when they suddenly notice you watching. So what's this about? Careful, my friend. A lot of old history getting thrown around here. The warriors were just noting that there's a damn good number of dredge on our asses. Bellower pulling up the rear. This one thinks he can just wander up there and throw them off our tracks. How about some gratitude? Thought you'd be happy to finally be the oldest Varl in the land, Ubin. I'm never happy to lose more Varl, Krumr. Besides, I'm not convinced you're really older than me. Old rivalry you got there? Comments like that remind me I've already wasted too much time doing nothing. In the old days I'd already be halfway to the battlefield by now. Speaking of which, you coming, Ingvar? You could ask Bellower for your arm back. Don't think so. Not exactly in the mood right now. Strange that. Alright then, I'll tell Haderbori you said hello. Krumr and a good many warriors head out toward the growing army of Dredge. Is he going to come back? He always has before. But this time feels different, I fear. Well, maybe I should have just forbidden him to leave then. I thought that, you know, I'd still get that option. Oh well. Mistakes were made again, I guess. Sucks. For me anyways. Unar, the quirky old man with the leather headband, says, if there's one thing I know better than women and meat, it's, well, he smiles. Well, nothing. But I know when a group could use some help. Just nod and let old Unar make everything better. No questions now. Sure. We'd appreciate any help. That evening, Unar clears his throat and loudly recites a tale of travels ending with war and death behind them, seeking hope instead. They carried on with courage, using heart and head. A strange poem, but the caravan is happy for a change of pace. Unar bows and turns to assist the cooks. The evening's meal is larger than ever, yet the supply wagons seem more full than before. You look to thank Unar, but he's gone. Ooh, 20 supplies. I mean, that's something. Sigerholm. Gather round, doubters, echoes a shout in the distance as Krumr and his band of warriors break through nearby foliage. And behold the invincible Varl. The caravan is thrilled to see Krumr return safely. Did the plan work? Asks Ubin. Work? Responds Krumr. Of course it worked. Same old dredge. Should be another day or two at least before they even find their own asses. Ooh, 20 renown. And if you apologize, I'll tell how I found these, Krumr says, tossing you a pair of leather gloves that look big enough for a Varl. He leans in close, whispering so Ubin can't hear. Had something to do with a raven's nest and a hair tie. Thunderous hand. Well, that was some good fortune.
As Sigerholm approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud homes sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake. What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
Okay, so we have a large band of Varl inhumans also carrying a strange child that seems to be able to sense dredge, plus a dredge baby. And a mender, of course. Seeking previously thought to be dead mender. Not an odd band at all. One catastrophe to another, says Oddleif as you pull it into Sigerholm. The town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from dark windows and makeshift hovels further up the hill. No, says Avon, looking frantic. Where is she? He runs to the front of the caravan, looking out over the water. Juno isn't here, and you get the creeping feeling you're not welcome either. Going upriver looks out of the question. The beach is bare, aside from the occasional skeleton of a ruined fishing boat. You reluctantly set up camp in the sinking town. All I'm saying is, how long are you willing to wait? While taking stock of a caravan, you've inadvertently walked into a debate between Oddleif and Avon. As long as we need to, whatever. And I think we need to get out of here. I don't feel good about this place. Why? What's wrong? Something doesn't feel right. The people here are staring at us like those vultures in the wastes. I'm sorry, Avon. I think Oddleif is right. I saw a man. The whole time we were setting up, he was just watching me. In a creepy way. And how long before the dredge find us here? Juno will come. Just give it a little more time. Rook, listen to me. I need you to trust me on this. Damn it. How many supplies? One renown gets 3. That's not all that good, to be honest. I can at least check those items out. Dunder's hand, +3 strength. According to myth, the god Dunder needed these gloves just to lift his hammer of creation, heavy as it was. I got something else. Vadrun's silver brooch. Given as a charm by the god Ingrid to ward off disaster, it bears the inscription Persevere, +1 strength resist. Was there anything else? Doesn't seem like it. +1 strength resist, you say? Well, can't really use it by, well, Well, let's talk to him anyways. You're really worried about her, aren't you? What? Oh, Juno. Worried doesn't begin to describe it. If she doesn't find us here or something has happened to her, are you sure what you saw was real? It could have been a dream or, I don't know. You were pretty exhausted. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure anymore. Everything's a blur. Don't tell the others I said that. I have to hope it wasn't just a dream. You think about what to say. What's it like to be a mender? How exactly does weaving work anyways? Why is Bellewater still following us? What's it like to be a mender? Being a mender? I guess I never really thought about it like that. It's just a part of me. They knew very young, very young that I would join the order. Born into it, you could say. My mother and father both menders. The guild is for lots of people now, builders and healers. Do they all pull lightning out of the sky? No, that's not normal. It's one of the reasons I know Juno. She's one of the council. She helps me control things like this, so we don't end up scaring people. How does it work? Well, the hardest part is usually seeing the threads. Everything is part of the tapestry. It's made of threads woven together. If you can see the threads, you can manipulate them. I don't know how to explain it, really. It's like trying to play a harp with invisible strings. Look at my staff, for example. Some menders carve intricate pattern in the wood to help them remember the shapes of... Like I said, it's hard to explain. Why is Bellewater still following us? I saw Grafheim as it burned. Avon gets a faraway look in his eye. The Sundar blew through it like tempest. The Varl fell in thousands. Most of the Sundar left the city and headed south. Who knows where they are now? They might be destroying every town they come to, or heading towards Arberang. Bellewater stayed in Grofheim just for the sport of it, I think. As we fled to Einartoft, I thought he must want to wipe the Varl off the map completely. But then he came after us. Maybe he knew Ivar was the one who killed Race. Maybe, but let's just make sure he doesn't catch up. Do you think this is the end times? I don't know what to think. I wish I could give you a better answer. Even if we escape the dredge, that serpent said a darkness was covering the world. I don't know how long that will take or what it means even. I'm just trying to solve one problem at a time. The Menders are in Alberang. If we can find ships and make it to the capital, we might have a chance. I won't take any more time. No, it's okay, Rook. I appreciate the talk. It's good to stay grounded. I spend all day worrying about serpents or Sunder. I think a lot of people are intimidated or scared, maybe, of me. Don't worry, it's nothing new, I'm used to it. Maybe sometime we can talk about things that don't include the world ending. I mean, you know, that'd be uplifting for a change. I think I'm going to try and spend a bunch of renown to get some supplies. Something like that, I don't even know. It might not have been worth it, but I feel so stressed out when I don't feel like I have enough or might not have enough to cover all the necessities. Renown is basically a currency and experience all in one. I use I use renown to buy supplies, buy items like gear, and also for promoting my units, that is to say, leveling them up. Supplies, I mean, every day the caravan, that is to say my people, consume 1 day's worth of supplies. If I don't have supplies, I think people start dying of starvation basically, and morale drops as well. So it's pretty important. A scuffle has broken out in front of the houses. Thief! Shouts one of your people as a group of strangers flee from your camp. Oddleif is already running their direction. They took our supplies, you hear from nearby. I mean, I have a feeling it's not gonna work out to try and talk to them. Having the option to ignore the theft and protect the caravan, it sounds like I'm gonna get attacked. I'll try and talk it out. It's probably not gonna work. You wander onto a beach where some men have been waiting for you. Some terse words are exchanged about whether anything has been stolen or not. You don't see who draws the first weapon, but it stops the conversation cold. Yeah, I figured. Fucking knew it. I think I'm just gonna give this to Gunnulf. He's using that, which honestly probably would be better on Gunnulf still. Probably gonna do it like that. I'm not happy that they stole my supplies, so not even a little bit. Something like that will be okay. Armor. That's quite a lot. Let's hope that this works out okay. That it did. Mend. Poor Ivor. Still feel bad that he lost his arm because I still feel like it was sort of my fault. That doesn't deal any damage. And he has stone wall, blocking 3 damage. Might as well. There we go. Interrupted. Damn, that's quite a lot of armor damage. Oh, go, Nolf. If I were to use Arc Lightning, don't think I'm gonna hit my own people, but maybe I will. We'll see. Hopefully not. Okay, there we go. So close to killing him. Ah, there we go. At least I managed to do this battle without anyone going down, but I can probably thank Gunnulf for that. Spin to win too powerful. The thieves scatter pretty quickly when you start laying into them, but when you return to the caravan you discover why even more supplies have gone missing, so you rushed out to fight. Fuck. And that's about what I expected. This is why I should have stayed and defended the caravan, basically. A random assortment of people from the caravan confront you. Listen, this is one. We don't feel safe here. I don't know anything about menders or whatever, but we're going to leave and I hope you'll join us. Looks like a couple of dozen farmers and fighters alike, all feel the same way. I mean, I encourage them to stay. They make it very clear they're not interested in discussing the issues, shaking their heads and setting out. Without the rest of the caravan ready to go, there's little you can do to stop them. You hope they make it and you haven't made a mistake yourself. 28 fighters, 6 morale. Well, you know, it happens. I needed the morale anyways. Wonder if anything's gonna happen or not. Doesn't seem like it. Well, this sucks. I wonder how far back I can load. Yeah. I'm just gonna replay this whole bit because, I mean, it didn't seem like anyone was coming or anything was happening. Because I waited for what, 15 days or something? So let's just go through this real quick. I mean, I would have liked to wait, but like if all my supplies go out, like what's the point? But I didn't know they were sort of, you know, not monsters. And also they were trying to kill me. Self-defense. That's all. I mean, I might as well just leave then. Rook, wait please. Avon begs. She said she'd be here. We need her. You can tell he's terrified of leaving, as though he'd be giving up on Juno. Okay, we wait a little bit longer. You tell you and you'll stick out a little longer, but you're not certain how long you're willing to wait yourself. Every day lost becomes more precarious. So we rest, and then we ignore them, protect the caravan. Let them go, you shout, before anyone rushes off. Better keep what we have than chase after something that's gone. Townspeople continue to peek out from windows and around corners, but nobody makes another swipe at your supplies, so at least we didn't lose even more supplies. Random assortment of people. I mean, okay, join them, ready to depart. You agree that it's time to go. Avon casts his eye upon the ground but doesn't protest. The caravan packs up and prepares to leave. We got other problems, says Ivor. The whole place is flooded. We could try to walk out the muddy parts, but it'll be slow going. We could try to float the caravan over the lake, but we might tip or get stuck. Or we could just go around the whole thing, but no idea how long that'll take. What do you think? I wouldn't pay the locals to help. Nah, they stole my supplies. Somewhat tempted to just detour around the flooding, because it seems like if I try and float it, I'm just gonna end up losing a bunch of supplies, maybe have people drown. Fording it might just take just as much time. You leave Sigerholm and start to feel your way around the flooded area, which has washed out the road completely. You continue far into a wooded area, which slows you down even further. Already committed, you hope you didn't make a great mistake. You leave Sigerholm in a hurry, hoping to outpace the dredge that must be close behind. As you continue further south, you first hit overgrowth and then forest before finding land that's dry enough to follow back around. By the time you circumvent the mud, you've lost a lot of time and hope it doesn't haunt you later. Morale declined, +5 renown. I mean, honestly, it might have been worth fighting those guys because I got quite a bit of renown. Oh my god. All resting for a few days, getting my morale back. Hoping that I don't die of starvation. See, I feel like I can never ever afford to promote anyone because I don't have the renown. Harsh words from one mother to another draws the attention of the entire caravan. My daughter marries Ragni, or no one. That reed-thin tramp you call a daughter won't provide sons. The insulted mother bares her teeth, ready to attack. Explain yourself. Ragni chooses my daughter on his own, the insulted mother says. But this one thinks I have something to do with it. Launching forward, the first woman flails wildly, shouting, "Liar!" The women are separated and eventually calm down, but you worry that this is far from over. Well, okay. Well, I mean, we're traveling, and if we travel without resting, morale will decline. on its own, just as time wears on. As you're about ready to head off to sleep for the night, Onif pulls you aside. I have a couple concerns I wanted to speak to you about, he says, in private. You find a quiet place to talk. What's on your mind? How well do you know the people traveling with us? How many strangers are in the caravan now? Who are you worried about? I've been watching folks since I joined you. Your companions from school are very loyal. I mean, it seems pretty clear that they died to protect you. I suppose I'd do the same? What about the Varl? You don't even know half those warriors. You're telling me they have no problem following a man's order now? After everything that happened at Einatoft? No, I'll have none of that renown. None of it. It's okay. I mean, I can sort of understand you in any case. Um, Vad gör du? Kitty's just pacing around, being a kitty. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Scrolling, scrolling. There we go. They joined us voluntarily. I trust Ivor to handle it if they're willing to fight us worth the risk. Well, I trust Ivor. He's fearless, I'll give you that, but look at him, he's run-ragged. He can't be there all the time. What happens the first time the Varl don't want to do what you tell them? If Kromer gave the word, I guarantee at least half would follow. Let's be honest, they could take this caravan by force at any time if they wanted to. Well, they haven't, though. Or what do you suggest? I suggest growing some balls instead of hoping it all works out, Rook. They're not the biggest problem, though. There's a mender with us. A mender who pulls lightning out of the sky and tells us what to do and where to go. Myself, I think we lucked out when his mentor didn't show up in Segerholm. Avon's just the apprentice? What in the depth is his master capable of? Think about it, Rook. What do you really know about Avon? I heard they were found practically dead in the middle of nowhere when the dredge started showing up. Then an enormous serpent shows up at Einatoft after tearing the world in half, takes one look at Avon, and bolts. Suddenly they need our help instead of the Mender Council? How does that make any damn sense? I mean, he could have taken control long before now. Or you might be distorting what happened. Or Avon might be. I'm grateful for what you've done to get us this far, Rook, but it's always been about trust. I think it's time to part ways, so to speak, nothing personal. Suddenly you gasp for air. When you look down, Onef is holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. What the fuck? Your vision blurs and blood fills your sight. You gasp again. There's a buried whistle, and the camp becomes a blur of motion. Onef's fighters from Frostwater leap into action, cutting people down. As Oddleif turns to fire on the men, Onef runs her through and pulls the blade from her back without even breaking his stride. She drops like a sack of flour. Onef heads straight for Alette, who freezes in unbridled terror. What the fuck? You rise to your feet through the pain. Oddleif is dead. Somehow you find the strength to cleave the nearest traitor in two, but you can't find the breath to shout. You think your lung might be punctured. Onef clutches Alette's wrist amid the commotion, tosses her bow aside and pulls her into the deep woods. Her eyes meet yours across the campsite. I mean, honestly, what the fuck? Nope. I'm not accepting this. I'm not losing, like, pretty much, like, no one touches my tickle squad like that. Nope, nope, nope. What's the latest save then? Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, but I don't accept this. Or, well, maybe there's nothing I can do to prevent it, but... blah blah blah. I just agree with them? Nah. Okay, so there's like nothing I can do then? Like... I don't want it to go like this. I'm sorry. Let's try and float things or whatever. I don't know. Fucker. That bitch. I was kind enough to let him join me and this is what he does? Man. Yeah, my feels, they are not being respected in the least. Oops. I just want to talk about all the things because I don't know if it'll have any long-term effects to talk about it or not, so... I mean, I have to have Steam up, but everything is paused. Just closing down pretty much everything else that I have going for me. I don't know, there's nothing more I can do to help the stream really. And we rest. We ignore the theft. We rest. We join them and get ready to depart. We attempt to ford the river. You pack everything up and take as much weight of the wagons as you can. Soon you're walking through ankle-deep water and thick mud, hoping that the rest of the caravan can hold out. The footing is sticky and slow, but the water isn't too deep outside the town. It takes a while, but you manage to cross the enormous mud pit outside of Sigurholm with an intact, if not cranky, caravan of people. I mean, probably the same fucking thing is gonna happen, though. I have a feeling. Seems inevitable. But like... I mean, I've invested renown into Oddleif. What the fuck? Not like this, man. I regret ever bringing that bitch. Keep them separated. There's no time for this, you say and signal to another man. The two women are moved to opposite sides of the camp, kicking and swearing. Though you might have handled it more deftly, most of the caravan finds it entertaining. Morale improved. It's gonna happen, isn't it? Yep. I don't want to talk to you. Is this about Ekin? That's an obvious example. Now her lips say, though you can't hear the words, a dozen men appear between you as Ivor steps into view, as fearsome as you've ever seen him. This fucking blows. That's all I've got to say. Also, oh right, because he fucking stabbed me, that's why. Bitch. Hmm. Yeah, sure. Something like that. Like so. I'm gonna kill him for this though. Man. Sadness. All the sadness. Is that on if? I don't know. Maybe he's not actually on the battlefield. And let's see, he goes there. Yeah, whatever. There. Never mind. There. Sure. I don't fucking know. I'm so sad and disappointed right now. I regret having him in my caravan, that's all. Right now. Fuck off. And spin. There we go. One dead. I don't think you will be dealing any damage, right? So there we go. Bloody whale. Unhappy. Why though? Why? Why? Spin to win. Boop. Get fucking booped. Oh, ooh. That boop also hurt. Yep, that boop hurt a lot. Okay, he's going to go into defense mode. I mean, I only lost her out of the, like, playable characters, I guess you could say. Um, Shit, that's my bad. And I can't kill him. Battering ram, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Didn't even matter. But maybe it made it so that he couldn't actually reach her. So if that's the case, honestly, it was worth it. Get deflected. And get dead. She still lives. I wonder how hard he can hit. Oh, pretty decent. Eh. Oh, actually, let's go there. Try. Do your best. Yeah. Okay. I'm so unhappy. Oh my god. I wonder. Well, I guess if I hadn't let him join at all the way back, like a long fucking time ago, then it would have been a different story.